Hey guys, so I wanted to show something off real quick that I got a couple of weeks ago. During Labor Day, there's a company called Hazard 4. And they usually do Memorial Day, Labor Day, probably Black Friday they do, and maybe through Cyber Monday. They do fairly decent sales. Hazard 4 makes a lot of different kinds of bags, packs of different kinds, and they're kind of a lot of their stuff has a photo kind of centric flair to it. They're trying to, a lot of their stuff is meant for camera equipment, is what I'm trying to get at. And but there was one that I like. One of the things I kind of like sometimes, especially if you're doing a, if you're just running out and you're not camping, or you're not, sling bags are kind of nice because they just, they're easy to get to, they're easy to pull around, that kind of thing. If you get a smaller one, and that was the whole point of this one, they're very convenient. So what this pack is a it's designed, or what I got it for was specifically to throw it in the car, and then I've got some essentials with me. The wife and I on occasion will have a tendency to start running out. We'll go out somewhere, and then we'll decide to keep going, and we'll start doing stuff, or we'll see, so hey, let's go check that out. And at some point, you can be out a lot longer than you think you're going to be out. So if that's the case, you want to make sure you have something that you can grab and go and then throw on, and it doesn't really get in your way. Stop at a restaurant to eat, and you got some essential stuff with you, and you'll figure that out in a second, or you'll understand what I meant by that. Anyway, what I'm gonna have to do is kind of I got a little table here, so I'm gonna pull that up, and so as I start to take stuff out and show it to you, then we can put it back into the I can set it aside before I have to put it back in the pack. So I'll grab that, and then we'll take a look at this. Okay, so again, it's a sling pack, so you can see, and one of the things I like about something like this is it's small. One of the things that's nice about this, as compared to other ones that are similar to it, a lot of sling packs you get are wide and thick. This one's long and fairly thin, so it fits better. I really like the way it fits on my back. So set back here, and you can kind of see, and I like to have it about like that, so that it's down kind of at the small of my back. There's not a lot of weight in it, because I haven't put a lot of stuff in this. Okay, I haven't, and you'll see that in a second, and there's a reason. This is not really EDC. This is not, it can be used for CCW. It kind of had that in mind, as well as it's a hard shell on the outside. The back is soft, so it's good on your back, but it's meant specifically to, it was not specifically, but it was meant in a lot of ways for a small camera system. Now, I'm filming this on an M50, a Canon M50. This will not, unless you take the lens off, it won't fit in here. And I didn't get it for that. So let's kind of show off what's in it. So in the front section, there's a couple things I wanted to have. One of them that was really necessary from my perspective was water. So you can see this is very thin. It's 420 milliliters, so it's not quite a full 16-ounce water bottle, but it works. And this is, so again, you decide to run off, suddenly next thing you know, man, I'm thirsty, we got to find some water, something. Well, here you go. It's not going to do much, especially if it's the wife and I, but it gives you a little bit of water, keeps you from getting too thirsty. Couple of other things, little small flashlight. One of the interesting things, there's these two packs in the front here, and they're very small. And I think what they were designed for was SD cards, memory cards for a camera. So not a lot fits in there, but my little Olight i3E fits perfectly in there. I've always got a flashlight on me, but for the heck of it, here's this is a sunscreen and a bug spray. Put it in a plastic bag that I had just in case. Hand sanitizer, new normal. So that's in that part. Now here's a really interesting thing. You've got this right here. It's an interesting kind of pouch. So it opens from the top and the bottom. It doesn't expand out. So it opens top and bottom. But you can expand it to put more stuff in there. So a couple things in here. Charger cords, one for me, one for the wife. You'll figure that out in a second. Just a bandana, just to have, you know, something to wipe off with and stuff. Sorry about the noise. New normal. Face masks, gotta have them these days. Little lens cleaner, really for glasses, stuff like that. So that's this front. So that's the front section. Zip that guy up for a sec. Park it away. Back section. Clamshells all the way open, which is really nice. Both sections. That's really nice. So in this top little pouch here, small pouch, first aid kit, basic band-aids. You know, it's not meant to be comprehensive. Again, that's not what this was for. And then last real item here. There's a charge cable and a very thin, it's an Aukey, very thin power bank, battery power bank. And that was one of the big things, because like I said, you're wandering around with the wife, and the next thing you know, you go and sit down to eat somewhere. Oh my God, my phone's almost out of battery. Oh Lord. You know, when you want to take selfies, you want to, post on Facebook, look where we're eating today. All the typical stuff. So this thing is perfect. So I got all this stuff in here. Generally, the only other the thing I do is the water. I'll grab a bottle of, a regular water bottle out of the fridge, pour it in there, finish off the rest of the water bottle, and then good to go. You have at least some water. Generally speaking, wherever you go, you're going to be able to find water. The problem is, is it convenient? Is it right now? If somebody suddenly, oh my God. And we're both, well, I'm over 60, my wife's not quite there yet. Start walking around and wandering around. Next thing you know, it's been a couple hours and suddenly certain things like water become real important real fast. So that's why I got, this. So they're about, I'll put links in the description and stuff for what they are now. I think they're about $85, and it was 20% off. So the other thing that I did do was, because it was on sale as well, if you can see up here, this little thing here, this is extra. You buy that extra. They call it a hard point, and it's kind of a rubber. They call it a hard point attachment. Be really nice if they had two on the bottom on either side. That would really be nice. However, these pieces here, it's got Velcro. You can stick a patch on it if you want. You can use that as molly and put another pouch on here. And depending on what you're going to use it for, that might be something that you would consider doing. For me, no. But what I did do, also same color and everything, there's bungee cords that they have. And the bungees are elastic. So what I did was attach this, and I kind of fed it through, because these things here, like I said, you can use them for Molly. So they do open up. There's enough room in there. So I kind of crisscrossed them in from here. And what that lets me do is, I've got a very thin, very lightweight. So for summer use or early spring through early summer, and then late summer through early fall, it's a very thin rain jacket. So fold it up real good and then slide it up underneath the bungee. So on a day where I thought, might rain, you can do that. And again, throw that stuff in the car. It's in the car. It's actually in the glove compartment. So if I needed to, while we're driving somewhere, if I suddenly realize, we might get some rain, but we're still going to do this thing, whatever we're going to do the crisscross, put it in there. Takes no time. It's got a little slider, on it, a plastic one already. Once you do it, you can cinch it up, get that rain jacket in there, cinch it up real good. Got a rain jacket. The other point to that, also, I got the same basic thing for my wife, but it's a little smaller because she's a lot smaller than I am. So that will still fit in the back part here. fold it up just right, kind of make it longer than wider, and fit it in there, and it will fit fine. I've already done that too. So that way, you know, you got what you need, and it's very compact, ready to go. The other nice thing about these, buckle, you can't open it. It's got a locking mechanism, so you close it, bring it the other way. Now it opens up. If you need to take it off real quick, put it back on. The other interesting thing, if you look at the bottom here, this thing kind of slides back and forth, and what this does is this means you can wear it either side. Now I tend to wear it this way. That's how I wear everything. You could still easily do it this way if you want to. If that was your preference. I don't like them this way. I'm a righty, but I prefer it this way. I prefer it over the left shoulder, which I guess is normal, but some people, you could still do it the other way if you wanted to. Again, hangs really nicely. Not, you know, it hangs nice. It's not overly, as long as you don't, if you fill it with too much stuff and you have, now for instance, like I said, you can use in the back here, front or back, well, not in the front, sorry. You wouldn't do it in the front, you would do it in the back. It does have Velcro here, or well, the stuff that a Velcro will attach to. So you could put in a CCW holster. I tried it with my M&P 9 Shield, works great. A little too heavy for me, and I don't like carrying off body anyway, generally speaking. I've done it, but I don't like it as much. I would much prefer on body. I don't even have it on me right now, but I prefer to have it on body. So, you know, and that's not what this was for. Kind of EDC, but not really. This was a very specific purpose. So this is grab and go. Well, actually, I usually have it in the car. Grab and go, throw it on. You've got a little bit of water. You can charge up your battery on your cell phone. Got a little small first aid kit. You got the stuff, some stuff that you might need, you know, kind of in an emergency bed, but just to have a little quick outings and that kind of thing. You got something that's ready to go all the time. So anyways, Hazard 4. This is called the Bandoleer. Again, there'll be links and some description and stuff in the, you know, more information at the bottom under the video. So go ahead and take a look if it's something you're interested in. But I love this thing, and it's perfect for what I have it for quick grab and go. I got a little bit of water, and I got some basic essentials. You could fit more stuff into it, and one of the reasons I don't is so that, like I said, I can put 2 rain jackets in here, one for the wife, one for me, mine on the outside, hers on the inside. That then really fills it up, and it's still not very heavy, but it fills it up and makes it so that it's not as convenient to use, but you know, in an emergency, you know, you got everything you need right here, more or less. All right, guys. Oh, and the water bottle is a little flask, a little, you know, plastic flask on Amazon. I'm sure I have that, so I'll put a link for that too. The rest of the stuff, you just, you know, whatever cables you got for your battery, I'll put a link for the Aukey battery backup as well. So, you know, but it's a nice little pack. Bandoleer from Hazard 4. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.